Making the 2-to-1 nap transition too early can work really well initially, and then overtiredness has this tendency to compound and everything starts to snowball. You get really long wake windows, you get overnight wakings, you may get early rising, and that lovely long, how many times can I say long, lunch nap becomes really short, and then the cycle continues. What I commonly see happen is that maybe, like this commenter, an 11.5, 12-month-old baby is taking a really lovely long morning nap, and then nap 2 is impacted. And this is often then interpreted that your baby is ready for the 2-to-1 nap transition. Now, don't get me wrong, there's the odd baby that can rock it at 12 months old and there's no issue. I'll also be the first to say that life on one nap is amazing, but not if it's happened too soon. So in this scenario, instead what I do is a bit of a switcheroo. I prefer the morning nap to be short, just to take the edge off the sleep pressure, and then we continue to preserve this lovely long afternoon nap. That way you're not left with huge long wake windows at the end of the day and an overtired baby going into bedtime, or a really early unsustainable bedtime. So by capping that first nap, we take the edge off any kind of overtiredness and sleep pressure, and we have a really well rested baby in the afternoon going into the evening. And this is where I might use what I call the transitional schedule, which at this age could look like a 10 till 10:30 nap 1, fully assisted. You can do it in the car, the pram, on the way to the park and wake up for a chino. And then home for a 1 till 3 nap and a 7 p.m. bed. Then over the coming months, you whittle down that first nap until maybe baby's just taking 10 minutes in the pram, while still holding on to the lovely long afternoon nap. And then somewhere closer to ideally 15 to 18 months, your baby will start to outright refuse that first nap, at which point you know that they have organically increased their threshold for a longer morning wake window, and it is the sign to move to one nap. And all your baby's body clock has to do is go from that lovely long 1 p.m. nap, and you bring it early to 11:30. And once that's established, you then take a couple of weeks to move it so it's eventually a 12:30 till 2:30 or 3 o'clock nap, and then all is well in the world. And if you've got nap 1 refusal, which I just realized is what the question actually says, you may actually need to wake your baby a little bit earlier in the morning to, again, help to increase some sleep pressure. So maybe instead of getting them up at 7, you start the day at 6:30. This is all to protect your future sleep and have a smoother transition to one nap as possible.